is at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Working with a 2nd and 4. They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Check.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's brought down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. He finds his target, John Brown. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Damian Williams was dinged up a little bit in 2019, and Kansas City brought in LaShawn McCoy to supplement him. But when healthy, Damian Williams is a terrific back. excellent speed, low center of gravity to make people miss. And how about the longest run in the league in 2019? 91 yards against the Vikings in Week 9. Many thought he was going to get caught, but he used the scoreboard in the stadium to make sure that no one was behind him as he carried it all the way to the end zone.
The 46-yard line.
Second and 8. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And they take him down. The Bills get to it. The veteran Mario Addison in there to drop him for a loss.
One of the impressive parts of Mario Addison's resume as he pads it there with another sack is that his consistency is evident. Since 2016, he's recorded at least 9 sacks in each season. Hard to block as he applies pressure off the edge.
And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here for the 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Defense with
On the handoff, it's Singletary. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll toss this right side to Singletary. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Extra point.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes, almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2nd and 10. Now Williams running left. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Williams. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Tackle made right at
Nice play there by Ed Oliver. That's why he went 9th overall when he came out of Houston back in 2019.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On the punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
At their own.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the off season, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
1st and 10.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bills' 8-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
To number 14, Sammy Watkins.
Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bills 14, Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Watch the run. They're running, man. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
TJ Yeldon.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
6-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Complete to number 10.
Tyreek Hill. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 14-14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
56 for Mike.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And the grab by Craw. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go 1-1.
And they'll run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over.
6-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
A gain of 23 yards. 1st down, Kansas City.
On 1st down, Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Second down now. It's Williams. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Mario Addison able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56 right there. Right there.
Throwing again. Allen. Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The Bills send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
The busy night continues for Williams. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Levi Wallace.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and cash together a drive.
Give him 30 yards there. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another nice play there by Chris Jones, a Pro Bowler for the first time in 2020. A 5-year man out of Mississippi State. I would dare say plenty more Pro Bowls for him coming up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
65.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Allen. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. Now, I guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Jordan Poyer on the
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Kansas City.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs. In the top 5 in the NFL, it's all a mindset. And I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
31-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it with Williams. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On third down, here's Williams. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 6 yards there. First down, KC.
It's a gain of 6. And a first down, Chiefs.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Butker's kick here is good. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
Back at the 50-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
$13 yards remaining on second down. From midfield, here's Allen. He finds Yeldon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the game there on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On first down, Singletary. And this time they were ready for him. They'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Hitchens brought him down. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day. 53 to Mike. 53.
Operating from the gun. Allen. Complete. Smith has it. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives him a nice pickup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Flushed out right. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They'll become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it again with Williams. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs them up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of...
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
56. Watch the slant. Mike 56. Mike 56. Go, go, go. I got it. I got it.
Singletary again. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
What I enjoyed most about watching Devin Singletary as a rookie, and he had a nice campaign, 775 yards on the ground and a rushing average in the top 5 in the league last year, is that what I saw in college transferred to the NFL. Continued to make the first tackler miss, whether he's in the hole or on the perimeter. I expect him to get to 1,000 yards rushing this season.
They run here with Singletary, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
And let's pin the mirror.
On 52. 56. Switch up. Switch up.
Now Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
8 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
On third down, it's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10.
First down, Kansas City.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Robinson. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Third down.
The Chiefs on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is third and 9. They go play fake. Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown? That gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on second down, Mahomes has got it to Williams.
Mahomes pass.
They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Now it's Mahomes again. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. That right there, career catch number 541, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Kellen Winslow, who also obviously played the tight end position.
Yeah, and helped revolutionize it when he was in San Diego. But how about what we're seeing right here? You're talking about 541 catches at the tight end position. You talk about lofty territory, rare air. He has a lot to be proud of in his career.
On first down, Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Boyer on the tackle.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Brings up 3rd down.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
87.
Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 27, Bills 24. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
On the stop.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Allen now looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Bills on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is third down and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Allen. They go with a screen. It's Yeldon. That'll leave them with a third and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The Bills on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a third and 2. This is out quickly to the right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down.
First and 10.
That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
33-yard line.
Behind the chain, second and 13.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Get ready. Mike,
here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Let's go, defense.
To throw, it's Allen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. And so 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
For the Bills field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
On the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Complete to Tyreek
Pass
Hill.
complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still, no yardage. Okay.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd down and 8. Williams will try again. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Chiefs' kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a desperation throw. Got his man, complete. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Tack on 15 more for the face mask, and that becomes a huge play.
Big pass gets caught on you. You're doing everything possible to get him on the ground, and sometimes you end up grabbing the face mask.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. off to their big tight end. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it brings up 3rd down.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. This is caught by Williams. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He finds Robinson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders. Watch them get off the ground, going back to the huddle, shaking their heads and kind of pointing to each other like, what just happened there? I think you were onto something.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, bim. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. handoff. It's Singletary. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
What can Allen do now with his drive? And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on fourth down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Singletary.
They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to him.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Round 80. 53. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
They go right back to Singletary. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Bills, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.